This is one of the most controversial topics that I, as a dating coach, could possibly talk about, but it's important for me to talk about it and to give you my unfiltered and true opinion on this subject. And as I always say, it's more important for me that I can help you and that I can prevent you from making terrible mistakes that will lead to heartbreak and that will lead to you getting disappointed. That's more important to me than you liking me, and you might not like what I'm about to tell you. Because there are two main reasons why sleeping with a man on the first date is a terrible idea. And no, it's not the reason that so many women have in mind. Because so many of my coaching clients, they thought it's a terrible idea to sleep with a man on the first date, because then he will think that you are easy. But in this case, I honestly have to say that if you do what this particular man wants you to do, which is to sleep with him, and he then judges you for that, then this is not the right guy for you. Then he's a jerk, then he's an asshole, he's an idiot, and he doesn't deserve you. So no, I don't want to talk about this point. And I also want to make one thing clear. I would never tell any of my coaching clients or that they should sleep with a man because I judged them in any way. This is something that thankfully I've never been accused of by any of my coaching clients, but I just want to make clear that I don't care if you sleep with a man on the first date or on the fifth date. That's totally your choice. What I do care about is your heart. I want to protect your heart. I want to make sure that you don't fall into this trap and that you don't do something that you will later regret, because I had so many coaching sessions with women who fell into this trap, who slept with a man way too fast. So please, now that I share this with you, keep in mind, I do not judge you if you want to sleep with a guy on the first date. That's totally up to you. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't make you a bad person. You, just like any other human being, you are allowed to live your sexuality and experience your sexuality in the way you want it. All I'm trying to do with this episode is to give you the two main reasons why I believe it's an absolutely horrible idea, a terrible idea, to sleep with a man on the first date, at least if you're looking for a long-term relationship. And 99, or maybe not 99%, 100%, I should say it like this, 100% of my amazing coaching clients want a long-term relationship with the right man. They are not looking for quick hookups. And that might also be the case for you, I assume. However, if you don't care about a long-term relationship and you meet a man and you say, hey, I just want to have fun with him, again, there's nothing wrong with it, then of course you can sleep with him on the first date. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I want to make that clear again. However, and this leads me to the first reason that I want to share with you, if you are interested in a long-term relationship, this can backfire tremendously, because let's face it, not every man who tells you that he's looking for a relationship is actually looking for a relationship. Some guys, they might just tell you, hey, I'm looking for a relationship as well, and then they try to get you in bed, and the next day they never call you, they never text back, and you are then either crying or disappointed, or you then remember my words. And this is something that I don't want you to experience. And if you experience it in the past, I don't want you to experience it again. I give my coaching clients the advice to at least wait 4 or 5 days until you get intimate with a guy. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't show him that you're interested in him. In fact, I'm a big fan and a big believer in showing a man that you are interested in him. But I also am a big believer in letting him wait, for a very simple reason, and that's that a guy who's only interested in a one-night stand, he might go on one date with you to sleep with you. He might also go on a second date to sleep with you. And maybe even there's a 10% chance that he will stick around for the third date. But a guy who's just looking for a one-night stand will not wait for 5 dates. I've never heard a story like that of a woman who waited until the 5th date or the 6th date and then the guy ghosted them immediately. That's something that I never heard of. What I heard of, however, very often, is the following story. She sleeps with him on the first date or on the second date, and then this exact thing happens. He ghosts her because he just wanted to have the bedroom fun. So keep in mind, you want to make him wait a little bit. I wouldn't go as crazy as Steve Harvey recommends it, but at least 5 or 6 dates or 4 dates, that's the minimum. that I would wait until you're intimate with him if you're looking for a long-term relationship. And the second reason, and maybe the most important reason of all, that none of my coaching clients actually thought of, and that's that sleeping with him will cloud your judgment. When women experience the sexual act, so to speak, or let's say, sorry, that was a weird way of putting it, when women get intimate with a guy, and especially when orgasms are involved, you as a woman, you release a total different set of hormones than a man. Men mainly release vasopressin, which is a long-term bonding hormone, but you release oxytocin, which is a spike bonding hormone, and the most powerful bonding hormones that there is in the world, at least for human beings, because that's the same hormone that you release when you, for example, breastfeed your child. It's the same bonding hormone. And that is also the scientific reason why men don't tend to fall in love after a one-night stand, whereas a lot of women do because of this oxytocin spike, and especially if the sex is really good. And as a result of you then wearing rose-colored glasses without even being aware of it, after the first time you've been intimate with him, then suddenly all these red flags that you would have seen if you had not slept with him, suddenly these red flags are green flags, and oh my god, he's the perfect guy. And this is something that I discussed with quite a few of my coaching clients, and they then had to admit, yeah, now that I think about it, I completely ignored all the red flags the moment I got intimate with him. And that's why it's so important to wait a little bit, because if you allow intimacy to cloud your judgment because of the release of hormones when you're intimate with him, then you might ignore, and let me rephrase that please, you will most likely ignore all the red flags that you would have seen if you hadn't been intimate with him so fast. And that's why it is, in my opinion and my experience as a dating coach, a good idea to wait a few dates until you get intimate with him, because then you can see the red flags, you can see the green flags, you will find out if he's actually serious about you or if he doesn't want to meet you anymore because you don't sleep with him fast enough, at least according to his perception, because all he wanted was a one-night stand. And this is the reason, or let's better say these are the two reasons why I recommend all of my coaching clients, if they're looking for a relationship, to wait a couple of dates. And then, of course, when you find out that this man has all the green flags, he's an amazing guy, he also wants a relationship, then of course you can make him devoted to you. And that's something that you can learn by going to gethimkeephim.com/devoted or by simply clicking on the first link in the description. And you might also want to go to gethimkeephim.com/coaching or directly to gethimkeephim.com/magnet to find out more about my brand new 8-week coaching program, which is called the Love Magnet Coaching Program. And during these 8 weeks, we will have 8 individual coaching sessions together. And you also get unlimited WhatsApp support, because I want to help you to become a magnet to love. I want to help you to fall in love with yourself, to fall in love with your life, and to magnetically attract the man of your dreams. So go to gethimkeephim.com/magnet if you want to find out more about this brand new 8-week coaching program. And if you enjoyed watching this video, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. Share your opinion, share your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. And I would love it even more if you would hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video.